Hey guys, this is Matthew Ibrahim with Gargistic. We're here at the new Buttonwillow circuit track. This is the inaugural event, and we're going to show you how to navigate these 10 turns in 2.5 miles, step by step. So a little bit of background about me. I'm a touring car driver. I've raced in 24-hour series in SRO, SCCA, and NASA. Have about 15 years of experience navigating from TC cars, homologated BMWs, to SPEC-E30s, to drift cars, a little bit of everything. And Buttonwillow happens to be one of my favorite tracks, the classic circuit as they call it now. I was able to run a sub 2-minute lap time in a car with only 140 horsepower. So using those same fundamentals about your braking zones, your turn-in zones, and everything is really all you need to be able to be a fast driver. So in a circuit like this that favors that kind of behavior, you know, this step-by-step guide should actually help you do that. So in this video, we're gonna be using our SPEC-E30. It's very stock. It's basically just a stock M20, 150 horsepower. However, the principles that you're gonna see apply to all cars. And I also try to take note of a high-powered car line and a low-powered car line. With that information, let's get into this lap. All right, so we're gonna be starting this track guide of the new Buttonwillow circuit. Every car is gonna be different going down the course. Obviously, work your way up on your braking zones, your turn-in zones, and your gear shifts. This is basically gonna be a very conservative line. We'll go over some small wheel-to-wheel lines, but for the most part, we're gonna be showing you a safe, reliable, quick line around this new track. Now, I gave each corner a nickname. This is something that I do just so that I could remember these corners as I go through them. If it helps you, feel free to use those. But I'm gonna always try to relate those nicknames to some trait about that corner to help you remember it as well. We're gonna go ahead and start by the front straight. Now, as we approach this first turn, I call this turn Captain America because there's always a car coming on your left.
On your left.
Now this corner is a fast right-hander. There's a corner station worker on your right. Now you're gonna wanna set up for this corner on setup driver left. Be aware of the brake markers on the left-hand side. Slowly work your way up on these brake markers. That wall actually comes up pretty quick, so make sure that you know where you're supposed to be braking and slowly work your way up as you gain more confidence with the track. Always brake in a straight line. Get your downshift also in a straight line. Now you're going to want to look where you want the car to end up. This is a late apex. So as you can see, I'm turning the steering wheel about the halfway mark between these two. I'm going to get as close to the curbs as possible and track out as you exit. Again, be aware on your left. If you're doing wheel to wheel, consider defending in the middle of the track, but just know that that's going to affect your exit speed. Either way, you're going to want to track out, slowly letting go of the wheel as you track out and apply more throttle. Now this is turn 2. I call it the Waltz because you got to move to the right very quick. It's a very short little runway before that turn actually sneaks up on you. It's a middle speed left-hander, another late apex, and it's actually an uphill to downhill turn. Again, be aware of the corner worker station on your left. I'm going to show you on this particular line a defensive wheel-to-wheel line in order to protect from a passing car. Consider turning a little later than I did in this lap for a little bit faster of an exit, trying to straighten up the corner from turn 2 to turn 3. Now this corner is very important because it's going to help you set up for turn 3. They flow right into each other, and it's essential that you get a good exit in order to keep turn 3's momentum up. Turn 3 is a mid-speed right, late apex, so it's going to be a little bit downhill. I've nicknamed this corner Off-camber because that's exactly what it is. Now it's going to be a late apex in most cars, and you're going to basically want to hold the throttle slowly, slightly adding gas a little bit more and more as you exit. In some cars, you might even have a little bit of lift oversteer here, so be aware of that. You're gonna wanna track out all the way to the curbs. Obviously, if the curbs are wet, you're not gonna wanna touch them because they're gonna be incredibly slippery. This is turn 4. As you can see, there's some brake markers on your left and a corner station worker on your right. I'm gonna go ahead and nickname this turn the Slingshot because it's a very fast right-hander. It's gonna be at the top of third, maybe even fourth in some cars. You're gonna want to track left. It's slightly banked. In some cars, even a light lift is really all you need, especially if it's underpowered car like an E30 like this one. It's going to be a late apex like most of the corners on this track, and you're going to want to get close to the curbs. It's a little bit more than a 90-degree turn, and then you're going to go ahead and start to track out to left for a long straightaway. During the long straightaway, be sure to check your belts and take a look in your rear view mirror. You want to make sure that if you have traffic or anything, it's always good to take a look around. This back straight, ideal time to do it. Now here we're approaching turn 5. I call this the bank because it's incredibly banked.
Yeah.
Think Chuckawalla style turns. This corner will take a lot of speed. You're gonna wanna obviously set up driver right. In some low powered cars, a lift will do or a light brake. And then you're gonna wanna do a very late turn in. It's a very late apex. And then you're gonna end up tracking out to about the middle or far right in some faster cars. Take note of the right side brake markers. When you exit, you're going to be actually going uphill at this point. Coming into turn 6, it's going to be a very slow right-hander. I've nicknamed this turn the concrete jungle because you have concrete barriers on both sides. You're either going to be in second or third gear depending on the car. This corner is like a mid-speed hairpin. When you apex, it's going to be really close to the curbs. You're going to track left. Again, stay off the paint if it's wet, but otherwise use as much as you need. This will take you onto a long straightaway downhill. Another good time to check your mirrors. Now this next turn is turn 7. I've nicknamed this Sunset because that's the exact same style and speed as the original Buttonwillow Sunset turn. It's a medium speed, slightly banked, and it leads to a small straightaway. Again, take note, there's a corner station worker on your left, brake markers on your right. In this particular corner, there's actually a bump where the apex is, so you'll know if you did it right, if you can feel that. And it's going to be kind of on the back side of the curbs. Turn 8, I've nicknamed it Congress because it has 2 parts, a fast entry and a tight exit. In some cars, you're going to have to downshift to second on exit. Some cars will carry third. When you apex, it should be pretty close to those curbs. When you exit, you're going to be on for this little tiny straightaway. This would be turn 9. I call it the setup because that's what it's doing for turn 10. It's literally setting it up. You're going to sacrifice a little bit of speed here in order to make sure that you set up far enough right into turn 10. So nickname of turn 9 is the setup. It's a medium speed, still a late turn in, and the exit of this corner is actually the exit of the track. So if you're going to exit the track, make sure that you put your fist out the window to signal to everybody that you're going to be exiting the track. Now this is turn 10. It's a very high speed lift. I've called it the swing because that's what it feels like. If you get it right on your way out of this, it feels like you swing out of this corner. It is the final corner. In this particular car, we're in 4th gear. In other cars, you might even be up another gear, but it is a very fast left-hander. You're gonna want to be very close to the curbs as you apex. And there it is. Now we're coming down the straight. Now we're gonna go ahead and watch this video at full speed. Again, everybody's car is different, so just take that into account and slowly work your way up as you get to know the track and your car. there you have it, a full lap of the new Buttonwillow circuit track. Hopefully that helps you guys. Be safe, remember the fundamentals, and if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. Thanks for watching. Nice, that's gonna come out really cool.